Your autonomous AI agent framework can be a liability if you're not careful. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what can go wrong when you just blindly believe what people say about a framework. Now, I am an Agent Zero user, but frankly, I am just getting a little bit fed up with all the errors I just keep getting. Critical error. Why? When I could just use Claude Code in an IDE or even OpenClaw at this stage and get better results. But I'm going to show you an epic fail that I couldn't get around as a, not an engineer, but also not a newbie. Couldn't fix it. And the takeaway I want to share with you is that all of these frameworks, if you can't fix it on your own, if there's a big error, you might not want to invest time, money, resources into setting it up, into getting it all perfect for your project. If one day it can just shit out on you like it did to me today, resulting in hours wasted, not to mention some frustration and just overall disappointment. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how I set up a new Agent Zero project. I gave it skills for a marketing campaign, gave it context, got going on a really juicy project to create ads, and then just hit a brick wall. And I have no way to get around it. You're still going to learn some things, how to set up skills, how to update Agent Zero, how to get workflows started. But you're also going to see how it goes wrong. This is a video for transparency and honesty. Okay, so it's a stormy day. You might hear the rain. Also, my camera lens is all fogged up because my studio here is more or less outside. But here's Agent Zero. And we're going to start creating these ads. I'm going to use this creative director skill that generates advertising concepts using world-class methodologies. And then we're going to use my new Venice video model routing for character consistency skill, which is something I've been working on. It routes to different Venice video models with reference images, and overall it just does a really good job. Obviously it's not perfect, but it uses these different models here for different situations. So when we need character consistency, it uses Kling 03, multi-shot units, 03 Pro, and just action, Kling V3 Pro, atmosphere shots, it uses VEO 3.1, and then it uses Nano Banana Pro, 2 passes to make sure that the images are what we want. And these images are what we use as the reference frames in these videos. So the great part is you can install all this and not really know much about image video generation with AI, and these skills will take care of it for you. And I'm literally seeing rain come in here as I talk. All right. First, let's install this creative director skill. I'll just download this as a zip. I'll head over to Agent Zero, and I have a project called AI Captains Academy Marketing. So that is where I'm going to throw these in. Import skills. Imported. Let's download the video consistency skill, version 1. Choose file. Select the Venice video routing skill, and then import that. Done. Okay. So then I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to make sure it knows advertising, copy, and visual creation. It already knows it's the official ads and marketing agent. It knows how to make the ad campaigns. So let's start with that and let's see how it goes. So I'll start a new chat. I'll make sure we're in the AI Captains Marketing project. And I mean, there's not much to say here. It's time to create an ad campaign for the beginner variant for the AI Captains Academy. So when I say the beginner variant, that's what I mean about the avatar. So if we go into the project settings, where are they? Right here. And in here, it should be in the knowledge files. Yeah, variants. So in there, I have 3 variants. So there's creators, beginners, and builders. You're probably a builder if you're watching this. So I want to do ads for more like beginner types because the material inside the academy is for everyone. Whether you're an expert developer or a total noob, it's like a simple path to learning how to use these agentic AI tools like super powerfully. So I don't know what that is, but new chat. It's time to create a new ad campaign for the academy. You will use the creative director skill to come up with concepts first. And then we will use the Venice video model routing skill to generate the actual ads. So I want 10 concepts to explore with you first. And we will create 5 different base ads with these concepts. However, we will test 3 different hooks per base ad and 3 different CTAs per base ad. So really we're going to get a permutation of something like 15, I don't know, 45 different ads here. After we are good with the ads, we will create a new meta ads campaign and push the ad videos with copy. We need to discuss the copy too. We will send traffic to Nope. Ask any questions you have before beginning. Now, the thing about Agent Zero is it's very ambitious and agentic, almost more so than just Claude Code, because at least in Claude Code, you can go into plan mode. It'll just know, like, hey, I don't do anything until we have a plan. Agent Zero, however, just friggin' goes for it. And that's why I really try to specify, first we do this, then ask me any questions. Like, I want to just prompt as much as possible. Like, hey, keep me in the loop. Don't just do it.
Real quick interruption, guys. If you are building with AI and you're doing so alone, that is the gap. Not the tools, not the skills, it's the crew, it's the community. And that's why I want to let you know that the AI Captains Academy exists on School. There's so much going on in the AI space, but inside the school, you can close the technical gaps, whether that's context engineering, a framework for understanding AI tools and using them, the command line, Git, stuff like that, everything. Not to mention weekly workshops and working calls and good vibes. So there's a link below to join the crew. I hope to see you there. Back to the video.
So, it's checking out all the skills it has. Looks like it found all the Apify skills. And just so you know as well, we also have, oh shit, it was in the wrong project. So let's start over. Delete that. All right. This one, we're in the right project. Let's send that off. And now it should know about the skills. And also in here, just so you know, I have these other skills in here for the AI Captains marketing, and they are A/B test setups, analytics tracking, competitor, like these are marketing skills. And I share about that in a previous Agent Zero video on the channel if you're interested. We don't use these as much, though we might. We'll see what Agent Zero comes up with here. One thing I like about the new interface is like it only will show me the current step that's open here with detail. But parts of me also just like to go no detail and just have it give me the response. But I do like how we have the option. You don't get that in OpenClaw, like the option to see it. I guess you could probably kind of program it. Yeah, so it just went for it. It started creating the variants. I'll ask smart, informed questions. All right, so it's got its questions. Cool. I've read everything. Case study, the brand voice rules, the Venice video pipeline, and the creative director methodology. This is going to be a strong campaign. Oh, yeah. By the way, what model am I using? I don't even know what model I'm using. Okay, I'm using Claude Sonnet 4.6. Sometimes I would actually use Opus for this, but because I'm using Venice and my credits are a bit limited, I do have the diem. If you've never used Venice, you can stake these VVV tokens and get diem in return. So one diem is $1, and that refreshes every day. So if you're using Opus, that goes fast. But when you're using Sonnet, it's gonna not go as fast. So save that. I need answers in 3 areas. Approval checkpoint. Should I present all 10 concepts before we select 5 to develop? Yeah, refine them. I like that. Refine them and bring top 10 all at once. Idea level, campaign or execution? Let's say execution level ideas. I want to test out which concepts, variants work best, and then improve, iterate from there. Although I don't know what an actual marketing advertising director would say the best strategy is there, but whatever. Placement targets. Which placements are we prioritizing? Let's say reels and stories. Character visual references. You will need to generate new characters in their proper environments using the skill for optimal character consistency. This is going to be the tricky part, that character consistency. It is a very tricky thing. Campaign objective. What are we optimizing for? Yeah, so let's just say full conversions. Is the metapixel installed? Not yet, but can do. Yes. I mean, don't worry about that. Let's do lifetime budget. Okay, then meanwhile, I got to go get that metapixel. I'll show you what's going on here with the sales page. So it's just going for it, which means I have to figure out this metapixel thing before it gets to this point. I'll just create it myself, and we'll say we want Sales. Wow. Okay. So we got a response that did take a little while. And what's really cool, because 10 concepts, it gives me the scores for each one. And then it shows me the whole process. So if we go back to this creative director skill, we see it has a framework here. Intake, insight, ideation, evaluate, and refine, articulate. So that's what it did here. So we got the brand, the objective, the avatar, the audience, emotional state, etc. Then we got the insight, tension mining. So we got 3 tensions here to explore, and the strategic implication for every ad. Phase 3, ideation, method triplet. So, warm-up concepts. We got quite a few ideas here. Then it goes through and it evaluates those ideas and refines them based on whatever framework it's got here. It gives them notes. The average got almost 8 points, and 10 and 14 got skipped because the criteria were not met. And then we refined the good concepts, and they got new skills, new scores, and now we have the past 2 of our main 10 concepts here, all over 8 points, according to its framework. So then it articulates, and it gives us the concepts. So we have 10 concepts here. Same tools, one decision. Gender neutral. All right. So now we got all our concepts. It missed my point about no screen recording. For now, I only want to create ads that do not require screen recording and just AI generated content. Tell me which ones are best and make a final decision on if each concept should be 15 or 30 seconds. Now, I have not evaluated any competition in this kind of realm, but I'm gonna take the risk anyway. All right, so we have our final concepts and how much time they need, and now we're ready to begin production. Let's begin. Okay, I'm not going to lie here. Earlier it was 11 o'clock, now it's 4:30. Because it just kept not working. I kept getting this. I had to paste the final message in the new conversations multiple times. I kept getting this LLM. I didn't get this error if I was in a no project, but I'm in my marketing project and I get the error. No reason for it. Finally, I created a new markdown file and attached it and said some things. And sure enough, it did a lot. It did a lot. Until it goes back to this error. 10 images. Well, at least it's a different error. Because I got the character references generated using Venice, Nano Banana Pro. And now what? I don't even know what's next. It just got stuck. So I think this video is either over or it becomes how I didn't create anything with Agent Zero. I'm a fan of Agent Zero, but it's a bit of a hype thing. I could have done this with Claude Code using a Venice router, meaning I could have or RuCode using any provider. And instead, LiteLLM rule error after LiteLLM error. So definitely frustrating and kind of a shitty video to end on that note. But I also think you should know, be careful with Agent Zero. It's easier just to use Claude Code. Okay, guys. So what I ended up having to do is create a brand new project called Ad Generation because this project just glitched completely. The AICA marketing, I just can't get past the LiteLLM exceptions there. So a lot of these agent frameworks out there are really hyped up. But some of them do have use cases. I mean, Agent Zero has some promising appeal, like this interface that doesn't exist in these other frameworks. But let's be real. If it doesn't accomplish the job, what are we doing using these frameworks? The same goes for OpenClaw or anything else you might be using where you're just not getting good results. The reason OpenClaw went viral is because for most people, it actually worked. Now, it is finicky and it is kind of janky and sometimes it just doesn't work and you don't know when it needs to have a new conversation and you don't know what's going on in the session. If it froze, it doesn't tell you. That can be annoying, but that can also be fixed. With Agent Zero here, what you're going to see in this video, I can't even fix it. There's nothing I can do to work around it. It's just shitting out on me. So pretty frustrated about that. But as usual, there's always a workaround. It just might require redoing some of the work we already did, including like the knowledge base that's inside of AI Captain's marketing project. Like there's 5 files in here that I kind of want the conversation to know. But anyway, I just kind of realized maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe we'll just have a second project for actually generating the ads. So then if I use Agent Zero for marketing, for sales, advertisements, things like that, then I could have a project for each marketing project and then the ad project for just doing the actual execution. So that's how this has shifted my trajectory here. So now I'm just answering some questions. I made sure this new project had the Venice video generation skill and it's ready to go. So clean, modern, vlog, phone, capture style, 916. Some of this should have been obvious already, but maybe not. So now it's going to create 5 concept images. So it's going. No errors. Needs an API key. So there it goes again. Oh man. It was doing so well. And I don't know what's going on. I mean, I have API credits. Context length is set. Utility model is set, right? It's all the same model. This is just really frustrating. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do to see if there's any way of salvaging this. And this may be where the value comes in this video. Agent Zero just released a 1-line install here. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to open up a new terminal. And I'm going to launch OpenCode. I'm going to say we want to update Agent Zero without losing the data inside. This is the new 1-line install script. Let's begin. And I'll paste that in there. So my hope is that it will simply see what that script does. It'll just pull the script and then go step by step. I'm assuming this script helps you upgrade. We're going to find out. Updating. We'll let that run. Agents fixing agents. So now we go to this backup and restore tab in the settings, create backup. And this will back up this Agent Zero workspace. So if something's wrong, then hopefully it'll be fixed in the next version, right? And we won't hit that LiteLLM version. This is me giving the benefit of the doubt. So now we go to the new instance, brand new instance in dark mode. And we'll go to backup and restore, restore backup. No space left on device. All right, so we're removing some space from Docker. Too many tutorials inside Docker, guys. Gigabytes and gigabytes. All right, so let's try this again. Great, we have some disk space. Restore. So now we have our, okay, cool. So the first thing I'll do is I'll try to continue this conversation, which was happening in the original AI Captains marketing program. You know what? I kind of like the light mode, to be honest. Okay, LLM set. We're in our reset, new updated Agent Zero. So here's the original conversation. Nudge. Error. Here's the new conversation. Error. All right, guys. So unfortunately, that's the sad end of the video. And I know that's not how YouTube videos are supposed to go, but this is it. This was a failure. This was a failure. I've done everything I can. I've updated it. I've done everything I can. So beware if you're going to use Agent Zero. If you're going to use any framework, I don't really want to pick on Agent Zero, but this has just been happening to me way too often lately. And I was hoping I would get around it this time, but I can't get around it. And I don't know what's going on. So good luck out there. Be careful out there. Try not to invest too much time in these tools until you're certain that you at least know how to fix something when it goes wrong. Because as you see here, look at this. It generated like 10 images here, and then at the end, calling LLM can't do it. Critical error. Why? I don't know why. I have the API credits. Everything is set up. I don't know why. So happy AI agenting out there, and hit subscribe for more agent videos. See you.